welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all doing really well. In this one I'm going to be sharing with you how to fix another common Cricut problem. This is something that I see, I would probably say, on a weekly basis from people on Facebook groups and stuff, and it's such an easy thing to fix once you think about it. But once you're sort of in the throes of making your project, it's one of those things that you sort of don't think about. So I'm going to share with you how this goes wrong to start with, and then I'm going to show you how to fix it. So without any further ado, let's jump on into the video. First of all then, let's just run through the design that I've got on the screen at the moment. So basically the idea for this one is that this image and this message is going to go inside of a balloon, and it's going to hang inside the balloon and make a nice little display. So that's what we want to achieve with this. So you can see I've got my picture here, which is one that I've uploaded, and then I've got this text underneath. Now I have already flattened it, so it's turned this design into a print then cut. So in theory this should be absolutely perfect. So let's go through to make, and what I'm going to do now is just click on continue, and I'm going to choose to send it to my printer. Now because I know this one is going to go wrong, I am going to send it to my black and white printer because I don't want to waste ink from my colour printer or any nice paper. So I'm literally just going to use a piece of copier paper from my regular laser printer. So I'm going to hit print. So first of all I'm going to show you how to fix this problem. So a lot of people get this when they are printing text, and I see them post online all the time saying what has happened, it looks perfect on the screen, but when it prints out it's all fat and ugly. Now it's super easy to fix this. Let's jump back onto Design Space. I'm just going to cancel this and I'm just going to show you what we need to do to fix that problem. So let's click on the print again and send to printer. On here I'm going to just change that again to my black and white printer, and then you'll see this little toggle here which has got add bleed on it. Now we don't want a bleed with this, but this is a bit of a giveaway that this is going to go wrong when we cut this out, because the bleed from our main picture is really important, and if you are experiencing that when you print, it means that it's not going to cut properly. But I'm going to turn it off just for the sake of the video to show you how it will print. Let's print that again, and now you can see the difference between the two. This is the second one with the bleed turned off, and this is the first one with the bleed on. So this is the one that we want to cut out. So I'm going to pop this onto a mat. Right then, so I have got a light grip Cricut mat here. Let me just get that little dot off there. We don't want that. I'm just going to pop it up in the top left hand corner, give it a good press down, and I am going to use a brayer for this just to make sure that it's well adhered onto that mat. Now I'm going to pop it into my machine so we'll see how it cuts. So let's just pop that into the machine. Let's hit go and we'll wait for the machine to scan our printout. Okay, so now the machine has finished doing the scan of all the registration marks, and now it's going to start doing its cut. And what I want it to do is draw around a box and then a circle. As you can see, it is cutting out every single letter. And this is something that I see people saying on Facebook and all the different Cricut groups and on Instagram and stuff. What the heck is going on? How do I fix this problem? So you can see it's going over every single letter that we've got typed out there. So this is a pretty easy fix. So I'm going to share how to do that with you right now. So this is what our printout looks like now. And as you can see, the Cricut has been cutting all of the letters individually, and we obviously don't want that. It did cut around the photo nice and square, but obviously that's not the way we want it to do things. So let's get this off of this mat for now. I'm just going to pull it off like that just to try and make sure we don't get too much fuzz left behind. So let's jump back into Design Space and fix this error and cut it out properly. Alrighty, I've got myself back here onto the canvas, and here is my image and my text again. So the first thing that we need to think about is when we are making something, it needs to be attached to something else in order to make it work, because at the moment in reality our photo and our text are just floating around on this canvas, and I can show you what I mean by that. If I come down here to where it says blank canvas and just click on that, it's going to allow me to change the colour of this canvas. So I'm just going to make it this really bright orange. And the reason I've done it that bright is so that you can see there's nothing behind this text. So basically the Cricut thinks, well, actually there's nothing there, it's a transparent background, and all they want me to do is cut out these letters. They don't want me to cut out a shape or cut out anything other than these two items that I've got on the screen. And if you look at the layers panel, you can see you've got the print then cut here as one layer, but again you can just about make out that that is a transparent layer really there. So what we need to do is put something behind this for it to hold on to when it's printing, and then when it cuts out again it'll cling on to what we put behind it, and then that helps it to print and cut accurately how we want it to. So let me just change this colour to one that's a little bit less offensive on the eye. This pale grey is perfect. I'm just going to move my image and my text over here out the way. What I'm going to do is come to the shapes menu and just get myself a basic square, and then what I shall do is bring that over here. I'm going to just open up this padlock so that I've got free rein to move the sizing of this however I want. I'm just going to make it quite big for now, and then I'm going to come up here and change the colour of that to be white. Then I'm going to grab my picture here, and actually it's going behind it, so first thing to do with that is click on arrange at the top and then just bring that layer all the way to the front. So there we go, that is there like that. What we can do now is rearrange the size of our white box around there, and I'm happy with a bit of a border around it, that's all good. Actually, I might put a hole in the top as well, so let's leave a little bit there, because as I said at the start, my plan is to put this inside of a balloon. So let's make a hole in the top. So this is another little skill that's a good one to have. Grab a circle, make it the size that you'd like it to be. So realistically, for a ribbon to go through it, I normally do 0.4 centimetres, so 4mm sized hole. Just going to pop that on there, and then I'll just select those two layers, so the white square and that grey circle. I'll come up to the top to align and click on center horizontally, and then because I only have two layers selected, I can slice that away. If I had got more layers selected, I wouldn't be able to do that because you can only slice through two layers at a time. Now you can see that my picture has actually disappeared, but it's fine, it's still there, it's just gone to the back again. So again, if I wanted to, I could click on that image and bring it to the front, or I can do it by using the layers panel. So just come over here, grab that slice result square and just pull that down to be underneath my image. So then that rearranges it to be underneath there. I've got two circles now still on there, I don't need either of them. So I can just select them and delete them. And then as you can see now, we've got a nice hole at the back there ready for when we thread our ribbon through to put this inside of a balloon. Everything looks pretty good. Let's just check that we are centered with that image. So let's just center that horizontally, because we don't want it to be centered, because if we do that, it's going to pull it up and there's a good chance that it may go over that hole. So we're happy with the look of that at the moment. We have already flattened the image, but what we need to do is make sure that that now includes this basic cut here. So what we can do is select all of those layers, and then we come down to the bottom and we click on flatten. Now you'll see that all our layers have gone into this one layer here. Now I can click on it and it's all green, so it's all selected in one go. What I'm going to do now is go through to make, and I'm going to reprint this design. Now I am going to do it just in the grey again, because I'm not going to use this particular one. Now, because we have got a white square placed behind our lettering, we don't actually need to worry about our bleed. And I'm going to prove this to you now. I'm going to leave bleed on. I'm going to click on print at the bottom. Here is the printout then, and as I said, didn't need to worry about the bleed because we've now got a white rectangle that is in this space. Obviously you can't see it because it's white, but this is now going to cut out perfect. So let's grab our mat and get that on there. So again, up in that top corner, give it a nice bray. Oh, I've managed to put a crease in it, whoopsie daisy. Doesn't matter all that much, obviously. This one is just for demonstration purposes. Let's wang it in the machine and see what happens. The moment of truth. There's our circle. There's our square. Hopefully that should be it. Perfect, and that is exactly what we wanted it to do. So there we go, that has worked perfectly. It's cut around the photograph and the text like we wanted it to, and it's cut a hole at the top there as well, which is absolutely perfect and exactly what we wanted it to do. So another way that you can do it, I'm going to show you very quickly now. Cricut has actually started asking you for a bit of a review on your print then cut, which is interesting. So I am going to give that a 5-star because it worked perfectly. Let's go off this by clicking on done. So that was our image there, as we've seen. Now what we can do, another different way to do this, let's click on unflatten and just get that back to how it was previously, and we want to just move that to the side. So you can do it with a square or a shape or whatever you want to do. The other way of doing it is by getting an offset from this menu here, and then we can just select an offset. Oops, hang on, need to make sure I've got the right piece selected. Select an offset at the top. As you can see, you can make it as thick as you want it to be. So I'm going to go back there and see what that comes out like. That is a little bit skinny because we've got a lot of bits missing, but I'm going to show you another little trick now. So let's turn that white. Now what we can do is select that offset in the layers panel on the right hand side, and then we just want to come over here and we want to turn that into a basic cut. Now I have to turn it white again because for some reason when you turn it into a basic cut from a print then cut, it makes it go grey. Then what you want to do, make sure you've got that selected, come down to contour at the bottom in the right hand corner, and then what you can do is get rid of all these little cut out bits. So we can just click on hide all contours, and then if we just click off that anywhere, it takes us back, and now that is on there. Next what we need to do, select both of those, come up to a line and click on center. That has put that perfectly placed, so you've got an equal distance around the whole perimeter of your design. Let's select both of those layers again, and we want to come down to flatten, and again that's made it all into one layer there, and we can cut that out. Now when we print this, what's going to happen is the Cricut is going to print exactly the same way it did before, but when we cut it, it's going to cut around the shaped outline here. So if you want to make it a little bit more interesting, you could do that. But that's two different methods of fixing this common print then cut error. So I hope that has helped you and that you'll find that to be useful in the future. Don't forget, your text and your pictures just need something to cling on to in order to make them cut properly. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon for another one. Take care of yourselves. Bye!